Okay. So, we need a third vehicle. Not that there's anything wrong with the cars that we have right now. Right now, there's a 2012 Jeep Wrangler Sahara Unlimited. That thing's a gas guzzler. I've been driving that for the past 2 years since I traded in my Compass. It's actually my mom's vehicle. It's not even mine. Is the lighting good? I don't even know. Hold on. Now I look a little better. Okay. And the Mazda, the 20, what did we get? It was a 2020 Mazda CX5 GT. That's a fine vehicle. And we haven't paid it off yet either. But the situation is as follows. My daughter she'll be going to senior school this September. It's a little bit further than the school she's going to right now. But my son is still going to junior school. So my mom needs the car back. And I still go into work at 4 in the morning. So we gotta go back to getting 3 cars again. Goody. I'll fully admit, I had fun shopping around for the Mazda that we got. It's a brand new car, so you get excited over something that's brand new. But because we haven't paid that car off yet, there's my budget's a little bit tight. But the thing is, I do have a list of wants. I need to at least have the following checked off. Firstly, we only have $10,000 to play with. That's going to eliminate a lot of options. Insurance. I want to get a vehicle that's not going to be too hard on insurance. That's going to eliminate quite a few vehicles too. I need something that's going to be all-wheel drive capable. That may not be bad. No, all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. I don't mind it as long as it's one of those two. Easy on gas, and it has to be at least in a fairly decent shape. So as low mileage as possible. Some scratches, some dents I can live with. If I gotta replace the bumper, no. So it's gotta be intact. So let's dive into it. I've been searching for like the past 2 years. Really, ever since I traded in my old Compass, I've been looking around. More seriously now than then. But so looking for all makes, all models, near me, within 25. You know what? Let's do the search first. And it comes up with, that's quite a few results. But, and as you see, I'm using Car Gurus. They're not bad. Let's narrow it down a bit more. It's got to be close. 25 kilometers. Price point. 10K. Well, no, let's make it 11. A little bit of wiggle room. I don't have that much extra to play around with, but, it's there. Drivetrain. All-wheel, four-wheel. That's probably killed my list down to 480 results. Like I said, it's not going to have a lot of... It's going to... All these criteria is really going to limit what I can realistically find. I don't want to go too far to test drive something, so I'm going to sort everything out by best deals first. Okay. Subaru Impreza is the top of the list. I don't recall which year, because I do talk to a few car mechanics. They've told me Subaru generally is an okay car, except I forgot which years he mentioned. They're using a Nissan transmission, a CVT transmission, continuous variable transmission. I don't think that's what it stood for. It's basically, instead of a naturally aspirating switching gears, it is one continuous shaft there's no actual gears shifting. That's how it was explained to me. Hondas are good, Toyotas are good, Subaru's is good, except that there's a number of years where Subaru is using Nissan transmissions. And Nissan transmissions, at least back then, was terrible. bad reliability. So I don't know. I may consider Subarus. Oh, 2013 Ram 1500, 350,000 clicks. Firstly, that's a lot of clicks. Secondly, it's a pickup truck. And I don't know if you guys looked at the list of stolen vehicles in Ontario. All pickup trucks are at the top, one of the top list. Not any specific model, all pickup trucks. Ford F-150s, the GMC Sierras, the Dodge Ram, everything. It's a pickup truck. It's being stolen, and it tops the list. It's I think within the top 5 or top 10, one or the other. Jeep Patriot. Here's the thing. I am very partial to Jeeps, but the Jeep Patriot is essentially just like my old Compass. Inside, it's the exact same. Body's different. Well, mind you, it was decent on gas, and insurance was pretty low. But I'm not looking to get a replacement for my Compass. I'm looking to sort of upgrade a little bit if I can, or get something that's different. Mercedes. Luxury. Another vehicle to actually not consider is any of the European brand cars. The insurance is high because they're luxury cars, so there's that. Any fixes you gotta do with them, on them, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. I'm not considering that. I cannot handle that. No, thank you. And honestly, I'm not a fan. Yeah, Beamers, on the other hand, like same situation, but especially now the way they're building it, they're fun cars to drive, but the parts don't last. Parts have to come in from Europe, expensive to fix, and they're not gonna last very long. If one vehicle comes up, I'll explain it later why that is. Cadillac Escalade, huge car, major on gas, and it's an American-made car. They don't last. Ooh, Ford. Generally speaking, Fords I don't trust. I hear so many problems about Ford vehicles. My uncle had, I think it was a Ford Transit, and he had it on a diesel engine. He had nothing but problems. Nothing but problems. Major money pit. He brought it into dealership, had them look at it, diagnose it, fix it. It for months. Anytime he passed by it, that dealership, he saw that truck still sitting in the lot, the exact same spot that he had dropped it off in, where he parked it. It never moved. There was no one there, no one that could fix it. I don't know, because maybe there was a diesel engine or it just couldn't be fixed. He ended up getting rid of it. Lost a lot of money on that. And it was his work vehicle too. He's a contractor. Beamer. Infinity. Luxury Nissan. Forget it. Nissan. Here. Murano. Firstly, the Murano is a bit too big for me. I forgot, I didn't mention that in the criteria. I don't want a huge. I think the Murano is like a 7-seater, so that's not consideration. But, 8 grand. It's got 188,000 clicks on it. That's not bad. Not a Mercedes. Hondas. Now, oh, yes, Hondas are very reliable. They do last a long time. 188,000 clicks. It's 11. It's over budget. Here's all-wheel drive 2015. I don't know if I ever explained this before. I was driving a 2010 Jeep Compass Limited. My insurance rate with that vehicle, adding my wife on as a secondary driver, it only set me back around $160 a month. It wasn't a whole lot because I have a really good insurance rating. She ended up going out and getting herself a 2018 Honda Civic. And suddenly that my insurance adding because I since I'm paying for insurance, adding on that Honda Civic, I went from $160 to $550. That's a huge jump. Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. Because there's so many Hondas on the road. More of them on the road, more people driving them, higher chance of them getting into an accident, meaning more claims, meaning your insurance rates go up. And Honda CRVs, they're just as prevalent on the road as a Civic. So I don't want to consider a Honda purely for that fact. Sure, I'll probably save money on maintenance and all that, but I don't want to take that risk of knowing that I'm going to have to pay through the nose on insurance. I'm already paying even this Mazda on its own because my wife has to go brand new. This thing's over $300 a month. So I can't take that big of a hit monthly. It guaranteed to pay that much more money monthly for insurance. Subaru Forester, again, over budget, not bad in terms of kilometers. I test drove a Subaru Forester when we were out shopping, assuming the chassis, like the basic body, is the same. The one thing I do like about the Subaru Forester is you got almost no blind spots. Those rear windows, you can see clearly. I don't know if I'll show in here. I was able to see out through those windows quite nicely when I was test driving it. That's one thing I like about the Forester, at least. It's over budget. I'm not gonna really consider it. Lexus RX 330. Oh, $5,000. Ew. That's a ton of mileage. Over 300. I'm trying to stay in the low 200s if I can, or not break 200 if possible. Jeep Renegade. Fugly. Seriously, oh my god. I don't know what the hell Jeep was thinking when they built this thing. Actually, no. I know exactly what they're thinking. They're thinking, it's gonna be a Fiat, baby. Oh god. This thing came out of Fiat buying Dodge Jeep Chrysler. And you can tell just by the way it looks. It looks like a Jeepified Fiat 500. Ugh. But also, tons of problems. Tons of problems. That's going to be another money pit. I've been told to stay clear of it. Honestly, even though I'm not looking for that big a vehicle, that one is small. If anything, I'd rather go with a Kia Soul. And that one I find is a little bit uglier. Volvo. I'm staying away from European cars if possible. Well, not if possible. I'm just gonna stay clear of European cars like it's cancer. Oh, Toyota. Oh, it's over budget though. Let's have a look. Looks like it's in good shape though. 2012. Base model, 4-wheel drive. Toyotas aren't quite as prevalent on the road as the CRV, but they're not that far behind. Insurance might be a little higher, but I think I trust Toyota a bit more than Honda. And actually, you know what? Actually, no, it's over budget. I'm not gonna. Ooh, 2008 Lexus RX 350. I'm not crazy about its look and design. To me, it's got almost like an old Buick feel to it, especially like right here on the grill. But I hear good things about the RX 350. Luxury Toyota. Insurance might be a little bit high on it because it's a luxury vehicle. Look at that. Wood trim. But because it's a Toyota, it's reliable too. $8,000. $8,000. Mileage is not too bad, especially for the price. You know, I'm gonna bookmark this one. Boom. Save it. Nissan Rogue. It's newer. Mileage is fairly low. The Rogue is actually the nicer. It's more mid-size. It's more. It'll fit me for my purpose a little bit better. Pretty easy on gas. 8.5 liters per 100 kilometers. By comparison, for the past 2 years, me driving my mom's Wrangler, but when I took it over, when I started driving it, she was driving it at like 17 liters per 100 kilometers. She does short trips, so your gas usage tends to be higher for that. I'm going to be driving around a little over 30 kilometers both ways, well, combined both ways, to and from work at least 5 days a week, maybe 6. Yeah, I'm a bit of a workaholic. And I was able to bring it down to 14.7 liters per 100 kilometers. That's at the lowest point. I probably average around 15. 15 liters per 100 kilometers. So in 1 week, I'm spending at the current rate of gas, which is about $1.50, almost $1.60 per liter. I'm shelling out almost $80 for gas for every fill up. I bring it down to 1/4 of a tank every time I do so, and that's good for like 1 week. That's tough. That's a lot of gas. So something like this, yeah, it fits the bill. I'm gonna save it. Even though Nissan transmissions fairly prone to failure from what I've been understanding, better than Hyundai and Kia. This still held true when I was looking for a brand new vehicle. There's a major engine issue with Hyundai and Kias. Your engine's gonna die. There's a part in the engine that's loose apparently, and it'll fill with metal fragments from whatever piece that is failing, and they haven't, to my understanding, they haven't even figured it out. There's no recall. And they can't narrow down which year or the model, so it's widespread because it's affecting like almost all the products. And that's a big issue. Oh god. So Hyundai and Kia, I'm also chopping them off. Put them on the chopping block. Acura. I'm going to show this. You know, I was looking at an RDX, which is the smaller cousin to the MDX, which is this one. That's nice. It's a nice vehicle. Acura is a luxury Honda. There's all the nice bells and whistles. The MDX is, I believe, a 7-seater. It's got the convertible third row, I believe. The RDX does not. The RDX was actually the nice size, perfect size for me. I was actually looking at one, but I lost out on it because I expressed interest in the vehicle. I went there, I had a look at it, and I said, I'm gonna bring the family over to have a look at it. Before we were out, and before I went there, I just had to look on my phone just to say, yeah, let's see if it's still there. Oh shoot, it's sold. Damn. It was actually for a pretty decent price, and it was a little over 200 kilometers on it. Shush. I said shush. What was that? Now, this may have been a blessing in disguise. Reading more on it, first off, the RDX, if you're looking at an Acura RDX, try and find one without the turbo engine. Apparently, the turbo engine is very problematic. It will, despite being a Honda, it will reduce the reliability of the engine. It becomes a liability of an engine. I've seen videos on it where they sort of disable it, or if they take it out, there's workarounds about it. But on top of that, if you leave the turbo in, apparently you have to let the engine cool down before you turn off the vehicle completely. On top of that, it uses stop it. On top of that, it uses only premium gas. Like was it 94 octane? Um, sure, but the gas usage on the RDX is, well, it's lower than the MDX by a couple liters at least. But at that rate, still using premium gas, which I think is it's more than $2 a liter. I know 91 octane is just around $2 a liter. And I don't want to spend that kind of money on gas. Come on. Would have been nice though. It is a luxury vehicle. Oh, look, a BMW. Land Rover, Range Rover. I hear it's a money pit. A really bad money pit. Chevy Equinox. This one might. I don't know. The one main problem that I heard of the Chevy Equinox, this was going way back when I was researching for my Compass, the first vehicle I bought. One problem with this vehicle is that the spare tire compartment, if it rains, water somehow gets into the spare tire compartment. And it'll rust away, it'll stink up the car, and I don't want to think about it. I don't know about any electrical or engine or transmission issues. It is a North American vehicle. It's a Chevy. I don't know, should I? You know what? Price is okay, mileage is really low. I'll consider it. Ah, here's another Lexus. Is this the same one or is this older? This looks like the same one. Why is it on here twice? Well, just in case it's not, I'll add it on. Really? Less than $4,000 for a Nissan Rogue. It's older, mind you. Oh, if that's that old. No. Oh, here it is. Acura RDX. This one's a new arrival. It looks like a nice vehicle. It really does. Look at that wide angle lens. We try and stretch it, make it look bigger than it actually is. It's not that big of a car, really. But it's not that small either. Buddy, you've got like two of the same pictures. Yeah, you see it underneath there? That says turbo. Someone's really obsessed with the exterior on this thing. Oh, here we go. Find the interior. And they really take really crappy interior pictures. Center console looks pretty busy on this thing, though. It's one thing I'm not a fan of. The steering wheel looks pretty busy. Oh, I'll have to get used to that. Having the volume control over here. Yeah, again, it's the same on the Mazda, though. Which I don't get to drive very often, by the way. It's the wife's vehicle. Turbo. VTEC? Nah. Just wanted to show it off. Not really considering that one. 2012, that's a lot of kilometers for that much money. Skip Venza. Ooh. It's low kilometers. It's older, but it's pretty over budget. 2012 Forester. Less than 200 clicks on it. You know what? I'll bookmark it. I'll save it for now. Look at it later. Kia Sportage. Sportage is actually an interesting vehicle. I think it's like a smaller version of the, was it the Sorento? Seen a bunch of them around. And they're an okay vehicle, I guess. But again, the whole engine issue, they haven't narrowed it down. I don't think we want to consider it. 16 Rogue, 10K. Looks like it's in good condition. Fabric seats. I'll consider it. Save it. Boom. Ah, here we go. 2014 Mini Countryman. The chef I work with, he has one of these. I don't remember which year he's got a newer one. The lease is up. He can pay it off now, he said. Again, fun little vehicle. He likes it. He only ever puts 91 octane in it, so it's even though it's easy on gas. He's spending quite a bit of money on gas. But where he spends the most money on is servicing this damn thing. I've only worked with him for the past almost 2 years now. He has changed the brake pads, I think, twice on this thing, and they ain't cheap. Like, you can say paid like almost $1,000, and he had to replace them all. Like, what the hell? Even an oil change, I think he said was like $200. Fun little vehicle, expensive to maintain, even more expensive to fix. It's a Beamer. What do you think? What did you expect? I hate to admit it. This is the only Ford that I would actually ever consider. The Flex. I believe it's discontinued now, but I hear a lot of good things about the Flex. But you know what? I think it's just going to be too big for me. It's a huge amount of cargo space in the back. I believe it's convertible third row seating, kind of like the Dodge Journey. And I hear the Dodge Journey is crap. Oh. Limited edition. Whoa, look at all that. Each seat has its own sunroof. Interesting. For a vehicle that size, that's actually okay fuel consumption. But it's too big for me. I would have considered it years ago. No. Subaru Legacy, Honda CR-V, Jeep Liberty. I can't believe these are still around. This was a boxy version too. God, look at that old age interior. It's not a bad price. Mileage is pretty low, but you know what? That gas consumption, it's not that far behind the Wrangler. If that was the case, I'd just stick with the Wrangler. But I don't have a choice but to get another vehicle. Oh well. Here it is, Kia Sorento. Same uncle that actually had the issue with the Ford Transit. That's his daily. Well, it's more for his wife, but still. Yeah, I'll bookmark that one. Actually, you know what? Take out the bookmark on this one. Because for an extra $500 and a few thousand kilometers less with a more powerful engine, this one might be worth it. A bit more than the other one. Jeep Cherokee. You know, the look of this has actually grown on me. Because the one thing, if you look at this, the front profile of the Jeep Cherokee, and, well, I gotta show this to you. So this is what I used to drive. And if I can see the front profile of one. Here. Where'd it go? Here it is. I'll show off the front profile of one of these. So, how's this look? Okay, here we go. This to me is quintessential Jeep. This profile. You have the grill and the two lights. It looks like teeth and two big eyes just glaring at you. Now, if you look at, stop it. Now, if you look at the new Cherokee, this design, yeah, you got the teeth, you got the eyes, but they're squinty. It's like you Asianified it. Not, I wasn't crazy about that look, but everyone's making lights like that now. So it's more streamlined, it's more aerodynamic. Like, okay, I get it. But man, you destroyed the image of the Jeep. This one is within budget. It's a newer model, but man, 200. It's pushing 300,000 clicks. No, that's a big no. Ford Taurus Police Interceptor. How many perks have that thing had in its back seat? I wonder. Explorer Police Cruiser, or Police Interceptor. High mileage. Oh, this one's fairly low. It's just under budget though. Actually, no, that's just within budget. Taxes and everything's gonna kill the budget though. You know what? Oh. Save it. Audi, no thank you. Yeah. Low mileage, within budget. It's a little bit older. I'm not crazy about the champagne color. And you're not showing me the inside. I wonder what's wrong with it. Fuel consumption's a little bit high though. It's not supposed to be that high, is it? It is an older model though. I'm a little surprised. Oh, it's the V6 engine. Yeah, sure. I'll save it for now. At the very least, I can actually go and see it. Ooh, a Dodge Charger Police. If I was a muscle car guy, my midlife crisis vehicle would be a Dodge Challenger. Or if I can find one, a Dodge Viper. That would be my midlife crisis purchase right there. Mitsubishi Outlander. That's something that's new. The only thing is, I spoke to my insurance broker, and all the Mitsubishis, for some reason, insurance rates is $2,000 or higher. I don't get why. I don't understand why Mitsubishi, the insurance is so high. There's not a lot of them on the road. At least not the Outlander. Way more Hondas and Toyotas on the road. Why is this one so high? I don't know. For comparison, I've already done a bit of research on the Subaru Forester. I'm looking at around $1,500 to $1,600 a year. Most Toyotas and Hondas, 17, pushing $1,800 a year. These guys are $2,000 plus, so it's like in the luxury vehicle zone. Not even. I mean, when I was looking at the RDX, the Acura RDX, that was $1,700 a year. So this is even, for some reason, this is even more than a luxury to insure it. So all Mitsubishis are off my list. It's on the chopping block. I'll admit, I think the Ford Edge is probably the least problematic Ford vehicle on the list. $8,000, 2013, 200,000 clicks. I'm trying to balance out how old the vehicle is with the mileage and the price because I learned through experience. Even if an older vehicle has low mileage, that could be a problem because it means that vehicle hasn't moved much. So you're looking at maybe like seized up brakes, bad battery, some parts, especially parts that need to move, they're not being lubricated. But if it just stays sitting for a long period of time, they seize up, and that's bad, which makes it even more expensive fix. So you can't get an old vehicle that has low mileage any more than you can get a new vehicle with high mileage. You're gonna run into different problems, but it's, either way it's going to be problematic. So there's a fine balancing act on this. It's kind of a pain. Again, shopping around for a used vehicle, it's actually quite stressful. This one includes all new, all season tires. Could be worth it. I mean, that's probably around $1,200 right there. Oh, an Outback. My oldest uncle used to drive Outbacks. He actually went through, I think, two of them. I think the issue for them is they guzzle through oil pretty quickly. You need to constantly top it up. And one problem was apparently the oil pan it gets leaky easily. I don't know why. Another Acura. No. Hi. Not hi. Hi. Honda Pilot. Gas guzzler. Ooh, look at all these money pit BMWs. Oh, Rockcliffe Auto. uh, Actually, I went there to have a look at an Acura RDX. Externally, it was, the inside was in terrible shape. Oh man, the leather was peeling everywhere. He asked me like, so how was it? I'll think about it. And I just left. Was that the same Land Rover I saw earlier? I don't know. Yes, Sportage. 2011 Outback. This could be worth considering. Front end's pretty big. I sat in an Outback when I was shopping around. The only thing is, I'm not crazy about the drive position of the Outback. I'm used to, sitting upright, but the Outback, it's similar to my wife's Honda Civic. You're almost like in a lying down position like this, feet pushed all the way forward like that, almost like you're driving a sports vehicle. Not used to it. Not a fan of it. But it could be worth considering. Save it for now. Another thing that I failed to mention, that my third job sometimes requires me to bring a fair amount of stuff along with me. So having a decent cargo space is not really a must, but it'll be a plus. But it will be very useful. And especially if I can go the distance too. The furthest, this is for the catering side gig I do. The furthest I've gone so far is like up at Mount St. Louis. That's like a good 4-hour drive from here. And I brought a fair bit of stuff with me too. I could potentially go further. Again, actually, let me see if it's with a turbo engine first. Most likely is. Why is this image so blurry? In this one. Why is there no emblem here that says whether or not it is a turbo engine or not? Okay, let's have a. Let me see. That's pretty sizable. Where's the engine bay? Show me the engine bay. Where are you located? Somewhere in Kingston Road. You're not going to show me the engine bay. Okay. Let's go further down. It's a V6. This one may not have a turbo engine. It just has a more powerful engine. This one could be worth a look. Whoa, 356,000 clicks on it. Mind you, yours just $6,000. Ooh. 176,000 clicks at 2009. Again, 2009, so we're talking 15 years old, and you have 176,000 clicks on it. Let's average that out. So you do 11,800 clicks a year. It's not a lot. I mean, I pull a little under 30,000 clicks a year. So this thing travels a third of what I do, almost, every year. Wow. Why'd you even bother getting a car then? You might be worth a look. What else is being offered right now? Ford Escape. No way. Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. It's white. It'll come with new tires. Give me the inside. I'm tired. The new tires are Hercules, Avalanche. Don't know them. But hey, if they're brand new, they're brand new. It's a pretty big screen. I remember looking at the user interface for Jeep's Uconnect system. It's kind of busy. It's different. But then again, I'm kind of used to the Mazdas, and it's more streamlined. It's more simplified. I thought there was a face for a minute. Is that all cloth or partially leather? It's probably all cloth. It's a North Edition. Cup holders. Thank you. Thank you for showing me that. Yeah, this one might be worth a looky. It's gonna be over budget after taxes, but yeah. Click a save. Volvo, Mercedes, Dodge Journey. I hear that's a junker of a vehicle. Even with a powerful V6. Oh, my light went down. Guess I should have charged it. Okay. How do it look like with this? Yeah. I guess that'll work. For now. If it's got a V6, I don't know why it'll be a very weak vehicle. Apparently it accelerates really badly. Maybe it's just the engine. Cross Tech. That thing is tiny. I sat in that, especially the back seat. It is so small. Here's another Cherokee to consider, I guess. Again, new engine. Oh, gas cap is on this side. Huh. That's something to get used to. Every vehicle I've driven, let's see, let's go back. 19, I think it was a 96 GMC Jimmy SLS. Gas cap was on this side. Then my mom got the Jeep 2010 Jeep Sahara Unlimited gas cap is on this side. My 2010 Compass, gas cap is on this side. Honda Civic, 2018, gas cap was on this side. The Mazda, 2022, gas cap was on this side. This one, gas cap is on the passenger side. It's not a major deal, but it's just I thought I'd bring it up. It'll be because of my history of vehicles. It'll be something to get used to. And it's black. So after winter, all the dirt's gonna show. I'll consider it. I still think it's a bad year for Jeep. That's when Fiat took them over and decided to really play around and screw everything. Hence the Renegade. Buick, wow. Didn't think I'd see a Buick on here. Here's another Equinox. 150,000 clicks. Ooh, it's got a pretty weak engine though. Actually, I don't know if I consider it now. Despite the low mileage, not that price. Nah. 2010 Toyota RAV4 base. Looks like in good condition. Wonder what kind of camera this guy was using. I mean, it's actually making some background blur here. And this pops out, and this pops out. The two seats. Even back here I noticed. Like with the door. No, it wasn't this one. I think it was like with this one. Yeah. Probably an iPhone with a fake bokeh. Even here, I mean, that steering wheel really sticks out. I feel like I can almost grab it. Very simple steering wheel. There's nothing on there. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a display button. Oh yeah, and then you make this crappy image. It's blurred. Guess it might be worth it. Let's keep an eye on it. Holy crap, Chevy Tahoe. It's a big vehicle. Yeah, I think this is the engine with the turbo. So, no. Ooh, a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Older one. $6,000. But that thing I know guzzles gas like crazy. Almost as bad as the Wrangler. Yeah, I'm pretty much seeing the same cars from here on out. And the deals are getting worse and worse and worse now. Whoa! 2010 Jeep Commander. How many of those do you see on the road anymore? Have a look. It's so boxy. Wow. Old school. I wouldn't have mine, but I don't have the money for it. 2011 Forester. 8 grand. 171,000 clicks on it. Save it. It's worth it. It's worth a look. Toyota Matrix. Those things are tiny. I think I'm gonna stop here. We'll call it a day on surfing for deals, because like I said, this is stressful. Look at all the vehicles I've looked at. It's high mileage, old, possibly lots of problems. And I gotta research more on some of these vehicles anyway, so you know what? I think I'm gonna stop here. Yeah. And I'll call it a night for now. I have till, like, summer is coming up, and I know I've still got a few months, but I really want to try and narrow one down now, and maybe at least consider putting money down on one now, because by September we need a third vehicle, and even then, given how much I got to spend, I mean, you've seen some of those cars. They're probably gonna need some work. So I'd rather try and get one now, put money down on it, secure it, have someone have a look at it, and fix it up. As long as it's drivable, sure. Something that's drivable right off the lot, and whatever minor little things I'll run into over the course of the summer, I'll have it fixed by then. So for now, let's call it a night, and hopefully something pops up. So, signing off.